boys are growing up, and with that comes a mixture of joy and sadness. We love watching them become more independent and mature, but quietly we miss the hugs, the conversations, and the days when they needed us just a little bit more. We couldn't be prouder of the young men they're becoming. But how do we handle those quiet moments when our hearts feel left behind? Today we're talking about the silent sadness many moms experience as their boys grow up, and how we can embrace this season with hope while continuing to encourage our sons into adulthood. Welcome to Raising Boys with Purpose, a Christian parenting podcast for moms raising teens and young adult sons. I'm Brooke, a boy mom and parenting coach, and here we talk about raising sons, building character, and preparing our boys for adulthood with confidence and faith. For more encouragement and conversations throughout the week, come join our Raising Boys with Purpose Facebook group. The link for all my social media is in the description. Little by little, it can feel like our boys are pulling away from us. We know it's a natural part of growing up, and as moms, it's our job to help them become more independent. We give them more responsibility, we encourage them to make their own decisions, and we prepare them for the day where they won't need us in the same way anymore. But what do we do with the feelings that come with it? As we watch them grow with love and pride, how do we care for our own hearts through this season too? How do we let them grow without losing ourselves in the process? So the other day, some pictures popped up on Facebook. They were my boys. They're all happy and they were looking at me with love in their eyes, and it was just sweet. It made me smile. And then there was a picture of feet. My oldest son, he had gotten really excited because his feet were now bigger than my feet. He insisted we take a picture to show it off. Looking at these pictures made me miss them when they were young. But in many ways, I miss the past, but I'm so proud of them and I love where they are today. With some of that pride sometimes comes some sadness. So we have to look at what is causing this sadness. Well, most of it is because we don't feel needed anymore. We feel a little forgotten and left behind. Mainly because the role of mom is changing. Our boys don't need us as much, and that's what we're supposed to do. We're accomplishing the goal of motherhood. We're helping our sons grow up to be independent men. They are going to become men who can support themselves. Proverbs 22:6 says, "Train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it." That's our job. That's what we're doing. And because we're so good at it, now we're feeling a little sad. So how do we handle the process of letting go? How do we process the sadness of our children growing up and not needing us anymore? One thing that surprised me about my boys growing up was just how gradual it was. You know, they always say the days are long and the years are short, but oh my gosh, they should throw school years in there. It's unreal how long they feel, but then at the end of it, it's like it's over. And then one day you realize your son hasn't asked for your help to do stuff. He's kind of taking care of his own schedule. He doesn't need help with his homework. And he's making plans without, a lot of input from you. And suddenly you're starting to feel like he doesn't need you. During this time, I kind of found myself sometimes asking them, hey, did you make sure you did this? Did you make sure you did that? Most of the time, it was already taken care of. But when I did find some things that they hadn't done, it actually made me feel really needed. Let's be honest. A big part of our identity has been being our son's mom. And it's hard when you're no longer a central part of their life. But we're still their mom. It's just that the relationship is changing and we need to change with it. And when we're changing, this is something we have to take care of because our sons, they're not responsible for our emotions. There's also nothing wrong with our sadness. The thing we have to remember is we can't dwell on it. Jeremiah 31:13 says, "I will turn their mourning into laughter and their sadness into joy. I will comfort them." That's the key. We need to turn our sadness over to God. He will take care of us. And He will know that in this new beginning of life, as our sons pull away and as they start to explore their future, we are able to do the same. This is a time of growth for us and our sons. And now is the time to discover who we are outside of being a mom. We can discover, what do we want? Proverbs 23:18 says, "There is surely a future hope for you, and your hope will not be cut off." That is a promise to us that our future is bright. We're still moms, but we have things that we can do outside of motherhood. So how have you been handling your son growing up and maybe pulling away? Have you been in denial, or are you in sadness? It takes some time to work through the changes in your family when your children are in their teens. In some ways, it's harder than when they were toddlers, because instead of holding them close, we have to start letting go. Give yourself some grace. Enjoy this time of growth and exploration with your son. If he's holding you at arm's length, give him a little grace too. He's learning and maturing, and he needs to be allowed to be part of the family, but also stand apart. We let them know that we love them and we're proud of them, and that we understand they're growing, and we want to be there for them the way they need us. Ultimately, we choose to let go of sadness and live fully in the joy of seeing our sons become the young men God made them to be. If this episode of Raising Boys with Purpose encouraged you, please like this video and subscribe so you don't miss future episodes of this podcast. And if you're raising a teen or young adult son and want encouragement and practical guidance, come join us in the Raising Boys with Purpose Facebook community. The link is below. Thanks for being here today. Now grab your iced coffee, hug your son, and remember, you're raising him with purpose.